Hello everybody, this is Toy Zaros, and for this third-party figure showcase and review, we're going to be looking at the Rising Force Howl figures. So that's right, we're just going to concentrate on their version of a motormaster. I've already done a review of their version of a drag strip on here, and of course when we get all the other figures, when they're eventually released, we'll be able to do a full combining video. So yeah, we're going to compare him with the original Generation 1 figure. We're going to bring in a few other figures, again some third-party ones, just to give you an idea of how big and how he looks. And of course I'm going to show you the entire contents of the packaging as well. So before we get started, let's remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, let's hit that subscribe button for me now please, and also to thank Shozy, because that's where this came from, and as you can see they got it to me quickly and safely. Right, let's have a quick look at the box then. So they're referring to Motormaster as Howl. I'm going to be referring to him probably as Motormaster all the way through, to be honest. So there is some lovely artwork of him. If you're wondering why he's not called Motormaster, it's because this company here is not licensed by Hasbro or Takara, so they can't use the proper name. So inside the packet you get a small blaster. This must be for what I presume is blackjack, and they look like paper clips, but they're not. We'll see them in a bit more detail later. The instructions, I've got to say, are quite interesting in the fact that they're a bit unique. They're literally all fold out, so hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. That looks like it's for blackjack. I might stick a separate quick video on blackjack as well, to be honest, but as I say, I want to mainly concentrate on the Motormaster figure. So we can also see that because it's the trailer, we've got the feet, the fists, the sword, the head, and indeed the waist plate. I'm just going to move that out of the way now. And if you're wondering why the wheels are like that, because that is how he comes directly out of the box. So I wanted to keep everything, you know, exactly that, to give you the full, I suppose, appreciation or full rundown of how he appears inside the box. So you need to fold these out yourself. Now, to be honest, the version of drag strip that I reviewed on this channel, I was impressed in some ways, but in other ways I thought that it was just a little bit, I don't think it felt too durable. I think some of the parts felt quite loose, to be honest. This guy looks okay though. I mean, let's be honest, it is a Generation 1 Motormaster. It is only a fraction bigger than the original. As I say, this is classed as a legend scale figure, so it's bigger than G1, but it's not as big as the mainline one. And of course this is nowhere near, I'll bring that in a bit later on, as the Motormaster figure released in Legacy. Now it looks like the transformation process, I haven't obviously gotten around to it yet, could be quite complicated by all these panels and stuff. And I'm already noticing that these are quite loose. Similar problems with drag strip, to be fair. I mean, it's knocking very easily without, you know, any tiny bit of pressure, and you can see they give way. So I don't know, most people, I think they get out of jail for that will be that not a lot of people will be displaying it in the alternate mode. It's a great homage though. It's cartoon accurate, it's got the same colors. As I say, again, you've got to think with the price of these, they're much cheaper than Masterpiece figures, and they're much cheaper. Actually, this is the same price as the Commander class figures, so it's much smaller. But is it more detailed? Is it better? Hopefully we're going to find out on this video. There isn't really anything more that I think I can say about this alternate mode. This is one of the negative things that I always point out about third-party figures. The instructions most of the time are useless. These don't look that great, and then you've got an abundance of accessories or features and things, and you've got to work them out for yourself. So if there is anything else on here, I apologize, and I will probably bring it back. Look at that, you see that's fell off pretty much already. So I'm going to keep it in because it's a true reflection of the product at hand. And as I say, I always do it on any figure. I've my Hasbro, like my cup arms fell off, etc., and on the third party, if they fall off, if they break, I keep it in. But anyway, I don't want to end this half or this part too negatively. It does look like he did in the cartoon. Let's have a look at him in, I suppose, his more familiar robot mode. Okay then, so we're back. He's in his robot. Quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. That's because I'm separately uploading it, and also I'm going to have to apologize, I can't find my Legacy one. I say can't find, he's in storage unfortunately, so I'm going to do my best to do some of the comparisons with lots of other figures to give you an idea of his size and stature anyway. So as you can see, we've got the Generation 1 original mold right next to us, and the interesting thing with this is, again, it's about the same size, to be honest, but of course this one is yet again much more detailed. Now the transformation of the figure, as I say, has tidied up quite a lot of the things that I didn't think it would. It's, again, I know this is a really old figure, but obviously with the old figure you've just got, you know, the full sides of the vehicle, which was really obvious. The back's tidied up really neatly. The wheels, believe it or not, are all tucked. I'm sure they are. Let me just see if they were. I'm sure we tucked some of the wheels into there. So I think, yeah, they are. They're underneath that there. There they are. So As I say, it's quite clever, to be honest, and hopefully you'll see that in the transformation tutorial as well. I've put it in a tutorial because, again, the instructions, they're not the greatest at all. The other clever thing is as well that the gun comes part of the trailer, and you do actually have to fold and build this up. And I think it's time, before we do some more detailed comparisons, to look at the actual figure itself. So the head sculpt is great. It does spin all the way around. It can look up and down. The shoulders will go all the way out to the side. They will both go all the way around completely unaided. I know that's the word I'm after. Unrestricted is the word I'm after. We can spin this at the top of the shoulder. You can bend it at the bicep. You can swivel at the wrist. The index finger has articulation as well, which is brilliant. There normally is on some third-party figures. There isn't with this. You can see that that is just moving the entire midsection. So there's no ab crunch per se, but there is obviously the full waist swivel, which again, everything goes around unrestricted. The hips will kick all the way up, way past the point of 90 degrees, which is brilliant. And they will probably, let's have a look. You will get the splits if you wanted to. The backpack isn't that big that it's restricted. These will go fully out to the side, again, way past that point of horizontal. So yeah, you know, you can really put this guy in some crazy poses. There is a swivel there underneath the thigh. There is a knee bend there. There is, even with this giant like front of a car boot that he's got, you can still tilt it, you can still rock it. You know, it's very clever. It's actually surprised me, pleasantly surprised me, shall we say. The detail, again, all from the front of the vehicle is great. It's minimal detail on the chest, but it's perfect. It's what it looked like. It's what you want it to look like. It didn't need to. Just sometimes, I think with figures, sometimes they overcomplicate them, and sometimes they try things which are a bit too flash. With this, they haven't gone for that at all. And again, I think it looks so good. So let's bring in some current figures right now, just to give you an idea of size of this guy. So there's your missing link. This is the new Transformers 1 figure that's going to be out pretty soon. Huge thanks again to Hasbro for lending me that. I'm going to move that out of the way. So they're like, that's you to look. So Voyager class, which is again, I think, round about what the cab for the Legacy one was anyway. Yes, it was a Commander class figure, but again, it had a huge trailer. So we've got a couple of Voyagers there. So now he's looking, you know, what people would class as a Legends sort of scale figure. You got to remember, as I say, that the Legends scale is smaller than main line. Right, let me bring in New Age's Optimus, which is tiny compared to him, funnily enough. We've got Iron Factory's take on a Kill Bison figure, and then this is one of the other, as I say, one of the other stunticons from another a third-party company, and that's, yeah, that one doesn't look anything like that. This is in a completely different league, to be honest. It does look really good. As I say, when I come to do the full build-up of the Menasor figure, I will definitely have my Motormaster back by then. So this video has exactly what I said it would be anyhow, just being a complete review of this particular figure. As I say, when we get all the rest of them, because there's only this drag strip, which again's in storage with the other that I haven't got, once we get all them, we can build them all together. We can do some proper comparisons with the Legacy and, of course, the original G1. Now, I suppose people want to know if you can put the sword in the hand. The hands for these are too small for that particular sword. The girth of the handle is too big, so you can't, unfortunately, put the sword in to little Motormaster's hand. But there we go, guys. You know, for the price point, as I say, on Shozy, he's about £90, which is, I think, what the Commander class I said first come out. They maybe I think maybe they are now more expensive, but you know, funny enough, Magmatron's 90 quid. So yeah, you're getting this particular figure, which isn't too bad. Anyway, I want you to let me know what you think of him in the comments. Again, apologies not having the other figures to hand, but we will have them ready for the full comparison once we've got the full Menasor. There we go, guys. Let me know what you think. Take care.